Thanks, Wally. Are we supposed to use the mics?
Yes,
or no?
yeah, if you would, if it's not turned on, just pull it up toward you. Looks like the
There we go. Thank you. Well, thank you first of all to the Chamber of Commerce and the Bismarck Tribune for having this forum. Anytime we get an opportunity to share our views, I think it's better for the voters and it's better for us as well. My name is Paul Quist. I'm a native of Bismarck. My wife and I live here. We've been married for 19 years. We have 3 kids, 16, 14, and 9. So we are very active in the community, what the community has to offer, and watching our kids go through the different stages in life. We're always cognizant of what we're going to need in the future and what things they've been able to take advantage of while they grow up. I earned my undergrad degree in business from Dickinson State University. I have a master's in management from University of Mary and actually a master's in business administration from University of Mary as well. I am currently the product development manager for Dakota Gasification, and basically what that is I negotiate contracts for Dakota Gasification, take things out for bid, make sure bid procedures are followed, and we try and sell more and obviously reduce our rates for our electric customers. I have also taught advanced economics up at the University of Mary for the last 10 years. That's just sort of a hobby of mine. I really enjoy doing it. And it's nice. It's a nice side job for public service. I've been on the Bismarck Park Board for 4 years, the president for the last 2 years. And it's interesting because so many people have so many basic questions about government that it's just a joy to teach them in class. Some don't know what a mill levy is. Some don't have a clue what one party believes versus what another party believes. They're not sure what the economic development is. They're not sure what the background is, how you grow an economy, what's government's role in growing an economy. So it's fun, and it's a great university to have. Also, obviously, BSC is great for the city of Bismarck. Our company actually gave $2 million for the very building you're sitting in right now, knowing that we're going to need people in the future for energy development in North Dakota. As far as running for city commission, I think the theme behind my candidacy is government needs to focus on its core responsibilities. We have a pothole by Basin Electric that if I drove my minivan in there, I might never get back out. We thought about having a 65-day birthday for it. I mean, the road crews are doing everything they can. They're working hard. The government has done basically a good job, but the problem is that sometimes we spend money on things that we shouldn't, and then we don't have enough money for our core responsibilities. Another core responsibility is going to be fire and police protection. I think when we look at economic development, keeping this city clean and keeping it crime-free is really going to produce a lot of results as far as economic development. And obviously our park system in Bismarck will as well. It's one of the best in the nations. Thank you.
Thank you. Kurt Schmidt.
My name is Kurt Schmidt. I have been a resident of Bismarck, what I would call my entire adult life. I grew up on a small farm just south of Mandan a bit. Graduated from Flasher High School and went to college at the University of Mary, where I met my wife Teresa. We have 3 children, also ages 16, 14, and 9. I didn't realize that.
Ouch.
and we've been married. We'll be married 19 years this summer. During college, I guess before college, I joined the National Guard, and during college, I was activated for service in Saudi for what was the Gulf War at the time, Desert Storm. Upon my return, I started working for the North Dakota Highway Patrol in state government essentially as a computer guy, one of those IT guys. I worked for the Highway Patrol for about 7 years before I left there and went to work for the North Dakota Supreme Court, again as their technology director, managing their computer systems. I managed the computer systems in state government for the better part of 17 years for those various entities. Once for the Supreme Court and for the Highway Patrol. After that, I left state government service about 3 years ago, and I am now the IT department manager for Capital Credit Union. Again, I've kind of stayed in that theme. As far as public service, I have a reasonably long history of public service, I guess. If you consider the National Guard service and the military service, public service, and if you consider the state employment of public service, I guess that is a public service of some sort. I think that working in state government like that gives one a unique perspective on how rules are made, how laws are made, how the process flows, how committee structures work. At various times in the legislature, I was very involved in the rulemaking process, in the budgeting process, and in the process that's used to create the laws, and I guess also enforce or also interpret the laws through the judicial branch. I think Bismarck is a great place to live and work. It's the place that my wife and I have chosen to raise our kids. However, I think the local government is losing their focus a bit. I think they're spending money in areas we perhaps shouldn't be. I think city government needs to get back to the core services that it is responsible for, that it's meant for. Things like providing fire protection, police protection, sewers, roads, water, streetlights. It seems that city leaders are oftentimes more interested in catering to special interest groups than they are in taking diligent care of your money. Excuse me, I think it's time to refocus government and to get government back to the core that it's meant to be. I think by doing that and by looking for efficiencies in government, that certainly is the path to ensure we don't have to keep increasing property taxes. I consider myself to be the fiscally responsible, fiscal conservative candidate. I believe that the government needs to remember that the tax dollars it's spending are your tax dollars, and I think we need to keep that in mind with every dollar you spend. I think we don't need more government, I think we need smarter government.
Thank you, Kurt. Brenda?